calling from the National Weather Center. Have you seen the latest data on the severe weather risk for the Carolinas?
Hey, Jeff. Yeah, I've been buried in these charts. It's not looking good, is it? The upper level low we've been tracking is causing quite the atmospheric disturbance.
Exactly. It's moving in a way we haven't seen before, dragging warm, moist air from the south and clashing it with cooler air from the west. The Cape levels are off the charts. This could be a setup for a record-breaking severe weather outbreak.
I've never seen such a potential for an outbreak in this region. The ingredients for severe storms are aligning in a way that's, well, unprecedented.
Right. And the modeling is suggesting supercells capable of producing strong tornadoes. We're talking about a level of intensity that our communities might not be prepared for.
The last thing we need is complacency. We have to get the word out. Make sure people are weather aware. How are you planning to communicate this?
Our plan is to issue a special weather alert, not just for individual tornado warnings, but to convey the broader risk. We need people to stay informed, have a plan, and, most importantly, heed the warnings.
Agreed. I'm coordinating with emergency services to ensure they're on high alert. Let's also push for local media to emphasize the seriousness of this. We might be looking at a severe weather event, unlike anything we've faced before.
Absolutely. This is a call to action. Let's make sure our communities are prepared and that everyone understands the gravity of the situation. Stay safe over there.
You too, Jeff. We're in for a challenging few days.
The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 279, effective until 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This watch includes the following counties in South Carolina: Lancaster, Chesterfield, Kershaw, Richland, Fairfield, Chester, York, Cherokee, Union, Spartanburg, Greenville, and Lawrence. And the following counties in North Carolina: Union, Anson, Mecklenburg, Richmond, Gaston, Cleveland, Rutherford, Polk, Lincoln, Catawba, Alexander, Wilkes, Iredell, Rowan, Davie, Cabarrus, Stanley, and Montgomery. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen to later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio, and television outlets or internet sources for the latest severe weather information.
Hello. Hey, it's Mesonet 3. I'm planted in the town of Richburg. You won't believe the supercell forming here. It's a monster. The mesocyclone is cranking up, and it's on a direct path towards Rock Hill.
I'm in Charlotte. I've got eyes on the radar. That supercell you're tracking is building fast. What's the RFD like?
The RFD is powerful. It's wrapping around the meso, creating a textbook structure. I've never seen rotation like this before. This thing's racing towards Rock Hill. It could get intense.
Copy that. I'm checking the wind patterns here in Charlotte. If that RFD continues at this rate, we're looking at a potential for rapid tornadic development. Keep me updated on the mesocyclone's evolution.
Absolutely. It's wild out here. I'm packing up and hitting the road towards Highway 77. Stay sharp on your end.
Will do. I'm coordinating with local emergency services. Fucking hell, this is gonna be historic. Especially for me. Stay safe out there.
Good evening, folks. This is reporting live from the WECT Storm Team 6. We're tracking a rapidly intensifying supercell just south of Rock Hill, South Carolina, and it's exhibiting all the hallmarks of a potentially dangerous situation. The mesocyclone embedded within this storm is showing a robust rotational structure, particularly concerning as it's heading directly east toward heavily populated areas. Our concern extends beyond Rock Hill. Cities such as Lancaster and Chester in South Carolina, and even stretching into Monroe, North Carolina, need to be on high alert. This supercell has the potential to spawn tornadoes as it progresses. The RFD is intensifying, creating a volatile atmospheric environment that's conducive to tornadic development. Commuters along Highway 77, especially from Rock Hill to the north, should exercise extreme caution. We recommend avoiding travel if possible. As the storm approaches the eastern outskirts of Charlotte, including areas near Matthews and Mint Hill, it's crucial for residents to have a reliable way of receiving weather alerts. We're anticipating multiple tornado warnings in the next hour. This is a rapidly evolving situation, and we're working closely with local emergency services to ensure everyone has the most up-to-date information. So I keep insisting you guys that if you are in the path of this storm, you need to find shelter. A lot of research has been put into this special weather event among the Carolinas, and it has come to the conclusion that this is relatively a rare yet historical event for such extreme weather on the West Coast. My God, I am now witnessing a concerning yet rapid development in the supercell structure as it adopts a pronounced hook shape on the radar. This hook is indicative of a mesocyclone that's becoming more organized, a classic sign of a potentially tornadic storm. The rotation within this hook is something storm chasers have been monitoring closely. As we speak, several experienced storm chasers are en route to the area, contributing valuable ground-level observations to complement our radar data. For those unfamiliar with storm chaser terminology, the hook echo is a radar signature that often signifies the presence of a tornado or imminent tornado development. It forms as rain wraps around the backside of the rotating updraft, creating a hook-shaped appendage on the radar screen. In this scenario, it's crucial for residents in the path of this storm, particularly in areas such as Indian Trail and Stallings, to be vigilant and prepared for potential tornado warning. Now I am advising you guys to, for now, that the Interstate 485, especially the stretch from Matthews to Monroe, should be avoided if possible. The storm's trajectory indicates that these areas are at an increased risk of severe weather impacts. Emergency shelters in Lancaster, South Carolina, and Union County, North Carolina, are on standby, and residents should be ready to take action if a tornado warning is issued. Our aim is to keep everyone informed and safe throughout the duration of this unfolding weather event. The storm chasers on the ground are invaluable in providing real-time information. Their reports will assist in tracking the evolution of the mesocyclone and aid local emergency services in their response efforts. I really hope that we could get these reports soon before this thing begins to tear apart structures. Wait a minute. Okay, we managed to maintain contact with one of our spotters in Rock Hill. Hopefully we get valuable information for now. Samuel, can you hear us?
Yes, Gary. I've got you loud and clear. I'm positioned just south of Rock Hill, and the situation here is escalating rapidly. We've got a massive funnel cloud developing to the south of my location. Rotation is intensifying, and the storm has that ominous look we dread.
Thank you for that update, Sam. Can you provide us with details on its movement and any observed changes in the funnel's characteristics?
Absolutely. The funnel seems to be descending, and the storm is moving east-northeast at a brisk pace. The rotation is tightening, and I'm witnessing distinct mesocyclonic features. The atmosphere is charged, and this is a potentially dangerous situation.
Thank you. Your real-time reports are invaluable. We encourage residents in the path of this storm, especially in the areas of Red River, Fort Mill, and Riverview, to take shelter immediately. This is a confirmed tornado situation.
I'm getting reports from other chasers in the area. We're all seeing the same thing. It's imperative that people take this seriously. The tornado is gaining strength, and I've never seen rotation like this before.
Your safety is paramount. Keep a safe distance, and let us know if conditions become too hazardous. Residents, we cannot stress this enough. Seek shelter now. The tornado is imminent, and this is a life-threatening situation. Now, let's shift our attention back to the radar. The echoes are becoming even more defined, and our meteorologists are observing a significant rotation within the supercell. The hook echo has intensified, signifying a heightened tornado risk. Residents along Highway 21 and Interstate 77, particularly near the town of Leslie, need to take cover immediately. Wait a minute. Okay, there is a confirmed large tornado touching down near Highway 77. An immediate tornado warning has been issued for Lancaster County. If you are in the path of this tornado, you must seek shelter now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor, away from windows. Do not wait. Take action immediately, folks. This monster is much faster than you think. The tornado's projected path includes areas near Newport and Fort Lawn. If you are in these areas, take cover now. Emergency shelters are available, and it's crucial to follow all directives from local emergency services. We cannot stress enough the urgency of this situation. The tornado's movement appears to be fast, so we're urging everyone in its path to act swiftly and responsibly. Our meteorologists will continue to monitor the situation, and will keep you updated with real-time information. Stay tuned to local weather alerts, and if you have neighbors or friends in the affected areas, please reach out to them to ensure they're aware of the imminent danger. Speaking of the devil, we have two confirmed, large and violent tornadoes on the ground, one in which of our choppers is following. Roll up the imagery, please. My God. This thing is horrifying. I can't stress enough how this thing is making me feel. This is huge, almost as if it was science fiction. Folks, whatever you do not go outside. We are talking about a destructive and scarily enough, a record-breaking monster that will be making sure to leave nothing but destruction behind it. This is as bad as it gets in terms of severe weather days. Schools have been also canceled for the day, luckily, although most of these will be used as disaster relief centers later on after this event. Breaking developments continue to unfold in this severe weather situation. Another tornado is now on the ground, this time south of Albemarle. The radar signatures are indicating a strong rotation within the storm, and this has prompted the issuance of a new tornado warning for areas south of Albemarle, including the towns of Norwood and Oakborough. Residents in these locations must take immediate shelter. The tornado near Albemarle is currently moving east-northeast at a significant pace. If you are in the path of this storm, please move to the most secure part of your home, away from windows. This is a dangerous situation, and timely action is critical. Emergency services are on high alert, and we urge residents to follow all directives and seek refuge in designated storm shelters if possible. We are aware that these consecutive tornado warnings are creating a tense atmosphere, but your safety is our primary concern. The atmospheric conditions are conducive to the rapid development of tornadoes, and we strongly advise everyone in the warned areas to remain vigilant and prepared for additional warnings. If you have access to a weather radio or a reliable weather app, please keep it on to receive immediate updates. We understand the stress and anxiety that severe weather can cause, and we're committed to providing accurate and timely information to help you navigate through this situation. Oh my God, look at that debris ball. There's a lot of debris inside this thing. Multiple reports of chasers down in Rock Hill are stating that the town itself is in complete shambles. It's like that everything in here was nuked. Jesus Christ. I have never heard anyone use that term before. This is making me have goosebumps by just looking at this radar. Oh my God. We have now a confirmed tornado emergency for a major portion of Union County, and this thing is not showing any signs of weakening anytime soon. So Pineville and surrounding areas, seek immediate shelter. This thing is knocking on your door right now, and I will not stop insisting that evacuating will get you killed. Do not move from your area no matter what, and find an underground basement or shelter if available. If you do not have any shelter available, your best chance of survival would be going into the innermost room of your house. Chasers are aware that this thing will keep going past the southwest of Charlotte, so everyone that is in this sector, seek shelter now. Do not wait or hear the tornado, or even hear about confirmation of the paths of the tornado. Safety is first, folks. One of our chasers is reporting high-intensity EF5 damage in Pineville, as well as portions of Ballantine West and surrounding areas receiving EF4 rated damage, with trees uprooted and snapped. And our report list is rapidly growing, which is concerning. My God, it's literally obliterating everything in Pineville. I really hope people were in their shelters as of the storm's birth, because this thing is still not showing any signs of being done yet. Would you look at that? A new EAS tornado warning has been issued for the city of Lancaster. This situation is getting extreme, folks. Jesus Christ, that debris ball. We have another violent tornado on the ground, guys. I am repeating this. Another large and violent tornado on the ground southwest of the city of Lancaster, folks. This is getting very serious. Sirens are now going off, as we can hear on the tower cam we have in downtown Charlotte. We are getting multiple tornado warnings, one of which was issued in Cherokee County as a stovepipe-shaped tornado touched down northwest of the town of Cowpens and rapidly heading towards the city of Gaffney. Hopefully, people in the city are taking shelter because, guys, this is not your typical outbreak. This is something that genuinely took us from a huge surprise. Good news is that the Pineville tornado is weakening. But the bad thing is that we got another killer on the loose right now. Another tornado emergency has been issued for Union, Cabarrus, and Stanley counties. Jesus Christ, that was fast. Really fast. I haven't seen a tornado intensifying this fast that it caused another tornado emergency. Look, it even has a really noticeable debris ball. Speaking of the devil, another tornado warning was issued for Richmond, Scotland, Moore, and Hope counties. This tornado might show significant F3 damage, according to trained storm spotters down in Rockingham. Some chasers are now venturing through what used to be downtown Pineville, which is absolutely devastated according to them. High-intensity EF5 damage is very possible on this sector, as multiple houses were seen to be absolutely swept out from their foundations, leaving behind their safe rooms with slight damage on them. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this cannot be worse. The National Weather Service has declared this event as a potential mass casualty situation. This is unbelievable. Absolutely horrifying. It might be just one of the worst outbreaks I've ever experienced since 2011. This is catastrophic for both of the Carolina states. Folks, anything you do, do not get out of your shelter. A violent tornado is still on the ground heading north, most likely impacting the city of Asheboro. This thing can rip trees from their roots and make them fly like pieces of paper. We are receiving reports of major blackouts encompassing most of North and South Carolina. Anything you do, please, do not get out of your shelters yet. Oh my God, we got a new tornado emergency for Ash.
The National Weather Service in Raleigh has issued a tornado warning for southern Randolph County in central North Carolina, northern Montgomery County in central North Carolina, southwest Davidson County in central North Carolina, northeast Moore County in central North Carolina, until 2:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 2:20 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Albemarle, moving northwest at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, deadly tornado and teacup-size hail. Source, trained spotters confirmed large tornado. Impacts, you are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. Locations impacted include Cedar Grove, Pisgah, Lovejoy, New Hope, Owari, El Dorado, Eula, Asheboro, Troy, Biscoy, and Seagrove. To repeat, a large, extremely dangerous, and deadly tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If in a mobile home, a vehicle, or outdoors, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris.
Approaching Asheboro. Everyone in this city should seek immediate shelter, because this thing is surely not weak at all. We are reporting that this tornado is traveling at 45 miles per hour, with wind gusts reaching 216 plus miles per hour, which is absolutely insanity for something like this. This is the force of nature at its greatest. Remember, a tornado emergency has been issued for Asheboro. This means that there's a violent and large tornado on the ground, guys. It is not showing any sign of weakening yet, and to recap this thing's lifetime, it's one of the longest tracked tornadoes of the outbreak so far. It is definitely going to devastate the city, so please anyone in the impacted locations seek immediate shelter.
This is Eagle 1. We're approaching Pineville and moving towards the east of Charlotte. It's a devastating scene down there. Roger that, Eagle 1. I'm seeing widespread damage. Be advised. We have emergency response teams on the ground, coordinating rescue efforts. Let's assess the area for potential survivors. Copy, proceeding with aerial survey. The tornado's path is clear. Destruction is extensive. Pineville looks like a war zone. Affirmative. Eagle 1. I've got visual on what used to be a residential area. Buildings reduced to rubble. We're going to need all available resources for this. It's heartbreaking. I see a lot of debris. It's going to be a challenge for the ground teams, calling in for additional support. Good call. I'm spotting a few isolated structures that might have trapped individuals. We need to guide the ground units to those locations. Copy. Coordinating with ground units now. Echo 2, this is Eagle 1. We've identified potential survivor locations. Sending coordinates for rescue efforts. Eagle 1, this is Echo 2. Copy coordinates. We're on our way. Eagle 1, this is Phoenix. I've got a visual on a downed power line near the intersection of Old Pine Road. Recommend caution in that area. Thanks for the heads up, Phoenix. We'll mark it for ground units. Safety first. Eagle 1, this is Phoenix. I've spotted a makeshift shelter near the city park. Looks like survivors huddled there. Roger that, Phoenix. Providing aerial eyes in the sky for these ground units. Remember, this is a very large and extensive area of damage, so please proceed with caution. Let's get everyone we can out of there. Agreed. The scale of destruction is unlike anything I've seen before. Let's make a difference today.
Civil danger warning has been issued for the Charlotte metropolitan area, including surrounding communities. A catastrophic incident has occurred at the G.G. Allen steam station following the recent tornado impact. There are reports of a significant explosion and a release of hazardous materials. If you are within a 10-mile radius of the G.G. Allen steam station, seek shelter in a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Seal off any openings to the outside. Turn off heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. Follow instructions from emergency responders and local authorities. Do not leave your shelter until given the all clear. This is a dangerous situation. Act now to protect yourself and your family. Follow these instructions without delay. Do not attempt to approach the G.G. Allen steam station or the impacted areas.
Of the United States regarding the catastrophic tornado outbreak that has wreaked havoc across North and South Carolina. The President is expected to address the nation shortly, providing insights into the government's response and expressing solidarity with the affected communities. We'll be tuning in live to bring you the President's speech as soon as it begins. Stay with us for updates.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
My fellow Americans, today I stand before you with a heavy heart as we confront the aftermath of a devastating tornado outbreak that has swept through North and South Carolina, leaving in its wake unimaginable destruction and loss. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the families who have lost loved ones and to those who now face the daunting task of rebuilding their life. In times of tragedy, the strength of a nation is measured not only by the force of nature, but by the resilience of its people. Today, we witness the indomitable spirit of the Carolinas, a spirit that will carry these communities through the darkest days and into a brighter future. Our first responders, emergency services, and all those on the front lines of this disaster are heroes. They have worked tirelessly, risking their lives to save others. We owe them a debt of gratitude that words cannot fully express. In response to this catastrophe, federal agencies are mobilizing to provide immediate assistance. FEMA is on the ground, working hand in hand with state and local authorities to coordinate rescue operations, provide shelter, and ensure that the necessary resources are deployed where they are needed most. I have authorized the release of emergency funds to expedite the recovery process. We will spare no effort in rebuilding homes, restoring infrastructure, and helping businesses get back on their feet. The federal government is fully committed to supporting the Carolinas in their recovery every step of the way. But let us not only focus on the devastation, let us also celebrate the spirit of community that emerges in times like these. Neighbours helping neighbours, strangers extending a helping hand. It is this unity that defines the American spirit. As we mourn the lives lost and face the arduous task of rebuilding, remember that the strength of our nation lies in our ability to come together. In the face of tragedy, let us be a source of support and solace for those who need it most. May God bless the Carolinas, and may God bless the United States of America.